What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today we are doing one of my favorite videos to film throughout the entire year because you only do it once per year, and that is my Best for Beauty 2017. So we're gonna be talking about my absolute top favorite products that I loved in 2017 and things that got so much use for me. I can also totally do a worst of 2017 as well if that's something that you guys are interested in. So give this video a thumbs up and let me know down below in the comments if that's something that you'd like to see, and I can totally do that as well. But today is gonna be focused on the best. 2017 was an awesome year for my channel. We doubled in subscribers, you guys. I am so excited and thankful about that. Thank you guys so much. Please be sure to subscribe if you guys have not already. It'll be the first link right down below in the description box. We are super close to 400K when I'm filming this. Maybe we will have passed it by the time I put this up, maybe not, but I would love it if you would subscribe, and I hope that all of you have a very happy and healthy new year. And without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. All right, so I think I'm gonna go in the order of how I would apply these things to my face. That's just easiest for me to like keep track and make sure that I talk about everything. I don't necessarily have a product for every single category of makeup because I didn't want to force myself to pick favorites, if that made sense. Like, I didn't want to force myself to pick a favorite primer and force myself to pick like a favorite mascara. Those are two products that I don't have this year in my favorites because I just didn't have this standout amazing product that I loved enough to include it, so I didn't want to like force favorites. But the first favorite I have should be no surprise. A lot of these aren't going to be a big surprise because I use them frequently on my channel, but it's the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. This is my absolute favorite foundation and definitely the foundation that I used the absolute most in 2017. To me, it's just the perfect foundation for every day, but also if you want to do a glam look, because it is medium to buildable. So if you just want to throw it on your face for every day, it gives you a nice even medium coverage, and if you want to build it up, you can make it look really full coverage and beautiful with any look. There's a variety of different shades, and I do personally have a very dry skin, and this does not make it super dry, but it's also not a super luminous foundation either. It's just a very natural finish. It's in between like a matte and a luminous. It's just very much kind of in the middle, natural, really great for every day, and my shade is natural beige in this guy. Moving on to concealer, you guys know I have to mention Tarte Shape Tape. Oh my goodness gracious. Tarte Shape Tape is a lifesaver. I love this so much. This is honestly the best concealer I've ever tried in my entire life, not just even 2017. I think that I put this in my last Best of Beauty for 2016, even though I think it came out like later in 2016 and I talked about that in the video. But man, this stayed with me all throughout the entire year of 2017, and I did not find a single concealer that I thought was better that could really, you know, rival this. This is just fabulous, and I love it and don't know that I will ever find anything to replace it. I use it in shade light medium. It's just the most beautiful full coverage concealer, yet it doesn't crease on the under eyes. It doesn't leave your face looking dry and cakey. It's just fabulous. So this is by far my favorite. I've used it countless times on my channel, so you guys already know that. My next favorite is the cheapest favorite out of all the products that I'm going to talk about today, but it's actually probably one of my absolute favorites, even out of the favorites in general, and that is the Wet n Wild Reserve Your Cabana. So this is technically marketed as a bronzer, but I mean, it's super light, so it really is like more like a highlighter, I would say, for most people. But how I use this is on my under eyes. So I have it on my under eyes today, and I just really use this to brighten up my under eye area. So I always set my under eye concealer with this, and it does a really good job of making the concealer underneath my eyes stay all day, make sure it doesn't crease, but also really just brighten up my under eyes. It does have a little bit of a sheen to it, but it's not chunky glitter or anything like that, so I wouldn't necessarily suggest this for like a cheekbone highlight. You could actually use this all over your face if you really wanted to give like a bright, healthy, kind of awakened, ooh, excuse me, awakened look to your face like throughout the day. You could actually use this to set your entire face, but I just use it on my under eye area, and I honestly think it's a great dupe, even better than the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder, which I used to spend tons of money on and buy all the time to set my under eye concealer, but I honestly think this is better. So absolutely one of my favorites. I think you guys can get this for like $4. It's fabulous. Up next, we have brow products, and this was hard because I go back and forth in between different brow products all the time. Sometimes I do lighter brows, sometimes I do darker brows, and I really like Benefit's brow products. I also really like the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Definer. I think that those are great brow products, but I have to say my absolute favorite for 2017 and just the brow product that never let me down is the Anastasia Brow Wiz. I have this one in shade medium brown, which is what I have on my brows today. I also like soft brown, which actually I bought this one on accident. Like, I should have gotten soft brown, but I bought medium brown, but it's fine. But I don't know, I just feel like there really is no rival for this. It's just absolutely amazing, and it always stands out to me as the best. It has a very thin, tiny little point like so, and then you have a spoolie on the other side. I'm sure you guys know what the Brow Wiz looks like, but I just think that this looks most natural on my brows. It really is like pure pigment and color and less like waxy texture, because a lot of times brow products can kind of have wax in them, which keeps your brow hairs in place, so I understand why, but it can kind of look a little unnatural on your brows. For this one, I just think always looks really natural, really great, so I love it. Up Up next, I did want to mention my brushes because I get so many questions about what brushes I use, and I think it's because I really neglect them a lot of times, like talking about them in tutorials and favorites and stuff like that, because I'm always so like focused on the actual makeup product and less on the tool to apply it. But as you guys, I'm sure, already know, honestly, the tools that you use to apply your makeup are pretty much just as important as the makeup is, if not more. So I always use Mojo Beauty brushes. Here are just 3 of them right here, but pretty much all of the brushes I use besides the powder brush that I use is from Flower Beauty, which is sold at Walmart. But pretty much all of my eye brushes and the large majority of my face brushes are from Mojo Beauty. I get a lot of questions about this one in general that I use to bronze, and this one is the Duo Fiber F1 brush, but all of their brushes are amazing. I've had this set of brushes for probably 3 years. You can literally go back on my channel and see that I used them like literally 3 years ago, and I've never gotten a new set. These need to be cleaned, obviously, as you guys can see, but they really do last a really long time, and I think they're great and they are affordable. I'll put a link in the description box for these guys, as well as I have a coupon code with them too, which I think it gets you 20% off, but I'll have all that stuff listed down below if you guys are interested. But yeah, I always neglect to talk about my brushes, and they actually like really are important. So yeah, Mojo Beauty, that's where it's at. I feel like they're very underrated. I don't hear people really talking about them, but I think their brushes are great. Up next, we're gonna move into eyeshadow palettes, and this for me was actually pretty hard because I use different eyeshadow palettes every single day. Like, I love experimenting, trying new palettes, trying out new things, so it's not like an everyday sort of thing do I go to the exact same palette. But when I really narrowed it down to the palette that I thought I used the most in 2017 and the one that was my favorite, it is the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. First of all, this palette smells so good. I will never get over the scent of this palette, and the shades are just so versatile in this palette. I love it. You can create so many different eye looks with this. You can do a really deep smoky eye, you can do a natural everyday eye, you can really do everything with this palette. And again, the smell is just amazing. And I basically ended up narrowing it down to this palette because this was the only palette in 2017 that I actually hit pan on multiple eyeshadows on, because I had to get another one. Because I think there was the Puree and Summer Yum, and there was one more. Might have been Luscious that I hit pan on in 2017, so I went and got another palette because those were like my most used shades. So I was like, okay, well, that really shows that I did probably use that one the most, and those were kind of like my go-to, like these two in my crease and that one all over my lid whenever I just like, you know, was doing a super easy kind of look. So yeah, I love this palette, and it was definitely my most used in 2017. Another palette that I really did want to mention, but I don't want to necessarily say that it was a 2017 favorite because I didn't get this palette until the very end of 2017, until like November. But since I've gotten it, I've used it so much, and that is the Jaclyn Hill Morphe palette. I love this palette. It's honestly so good. There's so many different shades. Like on the back, you guys can see all the different colors, but I think that this palette is fabulous. I got this in an Ulta haul that I did, I wanna say in November, like early November, because they recently started carrying Morphe products at Ulta. Because in the past, I never really ordered much from Morphe because you couldn't go in store and actually see it. But then when I saw that it was on the Ulta website, I was like, you know what? All right, let me just order it. And I threw it in my cart, and I actually really like this palette. So it's kind of like an honorable mention. I don't wanna say it was a 2017 favorite since I got it so late in the game, but definitely for like the past month and a half in 2017, I've used it a ton, and it's really good. Moving on to bronzer, this is literally the most dirtiest bronzer in the entire world. You can tell that I literally use this every day. The cap is not even on it anymore because it broke, but this is the Makeup Revolution Vivid Baked Bronzer in Rock On World. You guys can get this at Ulta. This is my favorite bronzer. I use this as kind of like a bronzer and a blush on a daily basis. I don't normally really wear blush, so I just kind of put this on my cheeks. That's what I have on my cheeks today. It's amazing. It's the best bronzer. I just like, because it's kind of baked like that and it has the different shades running through it, I just think it really gives a nice flush to the cheeks, hence my cheeks, you know, I think they look nice. But yeah, this was definitely my most used bronzer throughout the year, as you guys can tell that the cap literally is not even on it anymore, and it's this dirty. My absolute favorite highlighter for 2017, I thought was gonna be hard for me to pick my favorite because I do have a lot of highlighters that I really like, but in the end of the day, this was definitely my favorite, and it's like equally as dirty as my bronzer was. Like, I think this is lash glue that's on it. I don't even know because I always have it when I'm traveling, and my lash glue leaked in my bag once. It was a disaster. But this one, the cap is actually still on, which is good. And this is the Makeup Forever Pro Light Fusion in the shade, ooh, it came off on the back. I can't even see what the shade was, but I think it's just 02, because they have two. One is like a pinky tone, this one is the gold one. So I think it's 02. You guys, this is the best highlighter ever. I love it. I have it on my cheekbones today. I tried to like wear most of the favorites so I could like show you guys as an example, but I do have it on my cheeks today and down the bridge of my nose. I just think it's stunning. It's super, super pigmented, but it still does look almost natural. I mean, I don't think anyone naturally has like that beaming of a highlight, but it's not like a super chunky glitter like, whoa, look at that. It's just like stunning. I just love this highlight. I really wish that they would come out with like many, many, many more because it's fabulous and definitely is my favorite. It also doesn't emphasize texture because I tend to get like a lot of little bumps on my cheeks, especially in this area. So a lot of highlighters can really emphasize that, and this just kind of glides over it and does not emphasize the texture. So obsessed. Up next for lashes, I have to give a shout out to my Salon Perfect 614s, and I'm so mad at myself. I don't even have a clean pair to show you guys. These were used once, but I don't even care because I love these. They're amazing. If you follow me on Instagram, you already know because I pretty much wear these all the time, but I actually don't have them on today, which is crazy. They are just the perfect mix of like long and wispy and dramatic without being overkill. I can't wear like super dramatic thick lashes on my eyes. It just really closes off my eyes and it doesn't look good. But I like to wear really long wispier lashes that are less thick, and that's just like perfect for what these are. And you guys can literally get these at Walmart. So I normally buy the 5-pack. I just happen to have like the little one guy here, but you can get the 5-pack for about $9, I want to say, or like $8 and some change. So they really are affordable and they're amazing, and I can normally get at least 2 uses out of them. This was after 1 use and I feel like these look like they're okay. So yeah, these are definitely my favorite. Love them. For eyeliners, this is also a newer favorite, but honestly, I had no other eyeliner that I think even rivals this eyeliner in like my entirety of my life. Not even 2017. This is literally the best kohl liner pencil I have ever come across, and this is the Maybelline Gigi Hadid collab, and this is just her liner, and it's a gel eyeliner in black. You guys, this is the blackest liner. Like, it doesn't even do it justice because like obviously most liners look like that when you're like swatching them on like a hand or on skin, but literally when you put this in your waterline, it looks exactly like that. It stays super black and it stays put and it does not move anywhere. I just think that this is like amazing. This is like my favorite product from the Gigi Hadid collection. Like they came out with so many different products and I randomly like the kohl liner the best, but I'm literally like, this is the best liner that I've literally ever tried. Like it's so good because most liners when you put them in your waterline, because it's kind of like a wetter area, they don't really show up as pigmented, but this one literally shows up so pigmented. There's a white one as well, or like a champagne colored one that's really nice too, but the black one really takes the cake for me. It's just fabulous. Up next, we're gonna talk about my favorite lippies. This is like the part I'm most excited for, and I'm actually wearing 2 of them right now. One is a lipstick and topped with a lip gloss. So my favorite lipstick for 2017 is MAC's Blankety, and that is what I have on my lips right now. It is just the best lip color I think ever. It's like a beautiful mauve pink. As you guys can see, I literally have nothing left. I need to go get another one of these like ASAP, but this actually lasted me quite a while because I think I got this like, I want to say at least 6 months ago, and I mean I'm just hitting like pan on it now basically, and I use this like literally every day. Like when I'm filming a lot of times I'll use different colors, you know, to change it up, but on a daily basis I'm always going for this guy. It's the perfect pinky mauve nude. And then the lip gloss that I have topped on top of that was my fave for 2017, and that is this guy right here. So the thing that annoys me the most about this product is that it doesn't say the name of the product on the product. That's the only thing about this product that I don't like. I know that it's from Lancome, and I believe it's called the Lait Metallique lip lacquer, but I will have it linked down below because I always forget what the actual name is and it doesn't say it anywhere. On the bottom it just says the name of the color, which is Magnetic Mauve. There's another color that I like as well, but this one is my favorite, and they come in a whole range, but it just gives the most beautiful like glossy look to your lips. I'm actually gonna touch it up a little. Add a little bit, but it literally just makes them look like glass or like water, which I personally really love. I just think that this formula is amazing and it lasts for a very long time. It is a little tiny bit on the sticky side, but like the slightest bit, and I think that really helps to extend the life of the lip gloss, because so many lip glosses you put on and then literally 10 minutes later it's like completely slided off your lips, where this really does stick around. So I do love this, and again I will have the full name and a link to it listed down below because I always forget what the actual like official name is. I did want to do a separate category with liquid lipsticks because I do wear like lipsticks and liquid lipsticks, you know, differently depending on the day. So for my favorite liquid lipstick of 2017, it was definitely the Stila Stay All Day liquid lipstick in the shade Beso. You guys, this formula is amazing. And the first time that I actually wore this was at a 4th of July party this year. It wasn't the first time that I wore it, but it was like the first time that I had worn it for quite a while. I was literally at the party all day, eating, drinking, talking, and the lip stayed the entire day, and I was shocked. Like, this was on my lips for like 10 hours and I never had to reapply it, which I thought was literally crazy. This formula is amazing. And this color I just think is beautiful. It's just a beautiful red shade, very, very classic. I'll go ahead and swatch it on my hand so you guys can see. But this formula is just fabulous and I love the color. Definitely by far my favorite liquid lipstick. There are other liquid lipsticks from Steel, like other colors that I like as well, but this red one I always go to. This is like my go-to red lip. Love this guy. And then for my last favorite of 2017 and my last step in my makeup routine is always to set my makeup with a setting spray, and my absolute favorite is the Urban Decay All-Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. This has been around for so long. So many companies have come out with different setting sprays, like high-end, drugstore, whatever. I honestly don't think anybody is ever gonna be able to beat the All-Nighter. This is just the best setting spray. If you really want your makeup to last, this guy is really gonna help you to make sure that that does not budge. So I absolutely love it. I just think, in my opinion, it's definitely the one that really is gonna set your makeup and not change the way that it looks at all. Like, if you have a really dewy face, it's gonna keep it dewy. If you have a really matte face, it's gonna keep it matte. It's not gonna change the way your makeup looks. It's just gonna lock it into place. And I just absolutely love this. And I've never found anything that I think is better than it. And I use this literally every day at the end of my makeup routine. Even if I'm just wearing like a tinted moisturizer and some concealer because I'm running around, I still set it with this. I love it. All right, you guys, so that is it. Those are my absolute favorite products for 2017. Let me know down below what your favorite products were this year. I would love to hear, and I hope that you guys have a very, very happy new year. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye.